What's going on, guys? Oh my, Godzilla back here with a very exciting Godzilla figure review from Bandai. In the movie Godzilla vs. Hedorah, we have another repaint of this Hedorah figure. This is the Matcha Sweets version. Very, very gorgeous color palette and colors used on this figure, guys. I'm excited to take a better look at this one. Without further ado, let's jump right in. Taking a peek at this figure's tag, we have a very cool kind of color palette here on the tag, kind of this, very similar to what we see in the figure. We got Hedorah, I assume that says Matcha Sweets version. Hedorah 2025, opening him up, kind of just the usual goodies on the back. Very, very cool imagery on the back of the tag, kind of like, the same color palette, but very glittery, really cool. Movie Monster Series, Godzilla, I bet probably says Godzilla vs. Hedorah, maybe? I don't know. Japanese speakers, please fully translate this tag for us. But let's get them sleeved up. Safety check! Is Bandai making this a Valentine's Day tradition? Because I feel like we got one of these last year. Definitely noticing a trend. Bandai is loving this Hedorah mold. We have seen a ton of reprints of this figure, but definitely a gorgeous one on this one, the Matcha Sweets version. I'm not sure why it's a Matcha Sweets version other than Japan and matcha go hand in hand very well, I guess. If anyone else knows anything further on that, let me know in the comments below. But guys, take a look, my goodness, at these colors. So not only do we have this gorgeous gold outlining the tail, but you can see little chunks of gold flake in the tail. They're hard to see, but they are in there. Look at those little golden chunks. That is gorgeous. That's so cool. And then moving into the body, guys, multiple different kind of colors of green, this lighter green, kind of like a green apple Jolly Rancher green, moving into a darker green, and then you got this kind of yellowy green. I don't even know what color that would be, but so many cool colors. Back into the gold, more of the white on the tops of the hands and in kind of the crotchal area, that gold kind of neckline, more of that green, the gold surrounding the eyes, a different kind of gold looking color in the center of the eyes. Very nice. More of those kind of gold droppings on the top of the head. This is a very, very gorgeous figure. Definitely grabs the eye. Matcha Sweets. This thing looks sweet. It looks like candy. I want to eat this thing. Awesome looking figure. There's not a ton to say about the color, after we, go over the quick, color description, but so shiny, so nice. Love the colors that Bandai chose to use on this figure. It is a beaut. As we have come to expect with this Hedorah, not a ton in the world of articulation. Going to be, for the most part, a big chunk of Hedorah glob. Only exception is going to be the arms are technically rotatable, but they're so, close to the body. I don't want to do it for fear. I don't really want to do much for fear of, scratching paint or doing anything bad there. Head is not articulate. So really, if you want to really force the arms around, you could do something there. Taking a quick peek, there is some detail on the arms. Underside there, you got some little kind of just stripey kind of things. But honestly, this figure in my mind is basically not articulate, which is kind of unfortunate, but that's okay. These Hedorahs are more of just kind of a nice blobby, colorful eye grabber than anything. But so I wish we had a little bit of articulation, but not much to be said in the articulation department. Let me know, guys, in the comments, is articulation a really big thing with you with this Hedorah mold? Normally, I like my Bandais to have some articulation, but I'm not really going to let this particular mold lose any points just for not really being overly articulate. Guys, if my math is correct, and it always is, this is our 8th repaint of this Bandai mold. More! Here's the 8 repaints we have. Not pictured is the base mold that we got for this figure, but we have seen so many repaints of this figure. This is insane. To my knowledge, this is by far the most a single sculpt has been repainted in the Movie Monster Series line. So many of these guys, and honestly, my guess is Bandai has no plans of stopping. I think they will just continue to re-release cool different color palettes of this figure until people stop buying them. Will I stop buying them? No, because it's a Bandai Movie Monsters figure and I have to collect them all. So Bandai is going to keep the pedal to the metal on these, would be my guess. At least one every year, kind of in the Valentine's Day era. I think we got this guy maybe last year. I think that sounds familiar. That one maybe, or maybe this kind of chocolatey one, I think. I don't even remember the names of all these guys, but we've gotten so many Bandai guys. Let me know your thoughts on all these ones. Is Bandai overdoing it with the Hedorah repaints? And out of all of these, which one is your favorite? Guys, you've probably seen this figure compared to other Movie Monster Series figures in the past a million times before, but I wanted to go ahead and do one. This is the 2023 Godzilla 1973 Movie Monster Series figure. There is going to be how they stack up. Godzilla a little taller than Hedorah. That sizing works fine for me. I do not have the SH Monster Arts Hedorah, the new one. I'm curious to see how that stacks up against this guy, so if anyone has it, let me know. Tag me in a picture on Instagram. Next up, the 2023 Hedorah 2004. Just wanted to show this guy is a little taller. Obviously, he's a lot skinnier as well. But there's how the Final Wars Hedorah would stack up. Another one I wanted to compare to is the 2022 50th Anniversary Hedorah figure. Interestingly enough, they did do a new mold for Hedorah, but they've continued to repaint the older model. So that's just kind of something interesting to note. I'm wondering if they will ever branch out and start repainting this one, or if they're just going to stick to repainting the older model. Personally, I don't really care. It'd be cool to see them kind of, if they're going to continue down the line of repainting Hedorahs, maybe give this one a couple of repaints. That would be very interesting. And then got to compare it to the Bandai creation. Look at this blob. This thing is amazing. Check them out side by side. Bandai creation being a little bit taller than our Movie Monster series. Guys, one more thing I wanted to check out. I do not have any idea how this is going to look, but I figured we'd test this Hedorah out. He seems almost translucent. We're going to hit him with the flashlight. That's a pretty good green glow there. Definitely not crazy translucent, but you know, he shows up. He shows through. The greens are, I like how it's kind of tiered. You can tell that this is the gold, this is the white, light green, dark green, kind of back into the gold. Definitely pretty cool. I always like kind of taking the flashlight to these more translucent-y figures and just kind of seeing the cool angles we can play with, lighten up the figure in different ways. That's a pretty good one as well. Guys, I'm not going to drag this video on any longer than it needs to be. Just wanted to show you this very, very cool, very, very colorful Hedorah figure. Definitely a fan of the color palette. Again, let me know your thoughts on the constant repaints of this figure in the comment section below. Like I said, for a minute I was kind of, over it, and then, I'm just embracing it at this point. So I'm definitely becoming a fan of just collecting and enjoying all these Hedorahs. Just realizing he's going to be a shelf hog. There's going to be a ton of Hedorah repaints all over the Movie Monster Series collection. So let me know your thoughts. Again, what is your favorite of the Hedorah repaints? Guys, thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for more, and we will see you in the next one.
I want more. And I know I shouldn't.